we go down. Oh, that's not how it goes. Whoa, I almost took that sign out. Yeah, fine. What's up? Sure thing. Copy all. Copy all. Yeah, we are. Hey, I guess we're up on the YouTubes again. Are we on the YouTubes? Are we on the YouTubes? Anybody? All right. Maybe it was somebody else's on the YouTubes. No. Copy all. We're on the YouTubes. I'll be with you guys in just a minute on the YouTubes. We got to do some work. This is going to be on the westbound 10 freeway. We're going to be in the San Gabriel area, actually coming up on Alhambra. You can see that big pickup truck right there. This has been coming out of the Ontario area. California Highway Patrol behind it, not behind it. Now they're behind it once again. That vehicle really starting to move along and about 102 miles an hour down there this morning. His traffic drive is going to be sweet. And now I'm getting information that we are not going to go to a map and we're going to stay with this right now. So with this pursuit continuing out here, California Highway Patrol, they are on the ground behind it. And then also you've got a sheriff's helicopter above it. Now they are calling this pursuit, and they understand 2 people inside that vehicle. Stolen truck, and that is a big truck down there. People just when you're looking at it, say, oh, that's just a Ford F-350. That 350, that is a full ton. And we've been watching this thing as it's been actually picking up a lot of speed. Since we're going to be calling this an actual pursuit, I'm going to change up our dynamics and turn on some of the text so you guys can follow along. But again, this is happening right now, Alhambra, westbound 10. This is a stolen pickup truck. I'm not sure exactly how they got behind it to begin with, but we did pick it up. We got information from our assignment desk. Freddie, doing amazing work down there this morning, basically said, listen to Orange. That's a California Highway Patrol frequency for out in the Baldwin Park area, and we heard it. They had a helicopter above it. They were calling it out. Don't know, maybe it's some sort of tracking device inside that vehicle because the helicopter was definitely watching this truck in traffic in the Ontario area, doing a lot of hinky things, but basically just trying to get around the traffic, getting in the emergency lane. That was one of the reasons why I had a feeling that this was going to turn into a pursuit. They did get some California Highway Patrol units behind it, and then they were making that effort to make this, just to bring it to a stop. They were even talking about spike strips there for a little bit. Don't know how you're going to do that in traffic, but they were talking about it, and then as soon as the media got overhead, well, they were calling 1022. That's sheriff, or that's law enforcement talk for discontinue. But then they changed that up and said, you know what, keep that helicopter over it. We'll keep an eye on it. Now we're actually getting into the California Highway Patrol, the different division. This is going to be East LA, and I understand they technically have re-engaged that pursuit. So you have one unit bound there, lights and sirens, giving the public heads up on what's going on. You know what? We had a little trouble there, but I heard, why did they make that call? You know what? That is a great question, and I would love it if, someday I might be able to actually sit down with, or somebody else from media, actually sit down and, what are the parameters? What are they weighing out? I know safety is always going to be a concern for any law enforcement, and these pursuits, they worry so much about, as they should, about safety of everybody involved. Now, they're worried about the law enforcement officers. if it's a deputy or police or whatever chasing those vehicles, they also worry about the public. They don't want to see anybody innocent get involved or hurt in one of these, and they actually do worry about injuring even that suspect. Right now, it looks like we're going to be changing up the freeways. It looks like we're changing onto or maybe getting off of. Nope, we're staying on the 10 freeway. I know this area right now, but yeah, they do. That is the biggest concern. But I wonder if there's other parameters involved as well that that law enforcement. And again, these officers, I have no disrespect for them at all. If it sounds like I'm second guessing, I am not. I am just a guy in a helicopter watching this chase happen and unfold underneath us. But I always kind of wonder what it is that they think about or what they weigh to make those calls to say, are we going to chase it? Are we going to follow it? Or are we just going to let it go? That is accurate. I got to keep an eye on it right there because it looks like we are transitioning onto. We're actually transitioning onto the southbound 710. Yep, I thought I was going to lose it. Thank goodness I didn't. Well, Baldwin Park is the area, like you say, East LA division of the California Highway Patrol. It was in Ontario, was when we first were listening to it, and it was on the 10 freeway. And it was heavy traffic. There's heavy traffic on the 710. He picked a bad freeway to jump onto right there. And you can see that truck just hugging that emergency lane. And, at those speeds, and he's kind of squeezing up in there. And, the only plus, no, see, that's what I was really just going to say that I'm worried about. Somebody might be just trying to get off the freeway, changing lanes, and then you got this guy coming down barreling down that emergency lane. That's where you might see one of these collisions. 5. Copy. And I'm getting information that this is the 5 South. This is the 5 South. Sorry about that. I was got a little behind myself. Jeff, if we can get over to the right, it looks like he's going to be getting off the freeway. But we're going to keep an eye on it best we can, see which way he goes down there. They tend to make a right turn, but sometimes we've seen them make lefts. So we're going to keep an eye, and it looks like he's taking an alleyway. Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is our pilot this morning at the tiller. But, yeah, he's taking that alleyway right there. Maybe he knows this area because that was something that I wouldn't have known was there, and I'm sure the just general public wouldn't know as well. Now we're starting to get into these busy streets. And, again, you got to remember, this truck a pickup truck is large, but this is a full-ton pickup trucks and also crew cab, and that is a big vehicle. And again, the hard braking, hard acceleration, these trucks not really designed for that. And of course, when you got somebody that's anxious behind the wheel, you just don't want to see an accident. That is pretty much every pursuit we're on. I always worry about what's going to happen, and and I think that's one of the reasons why so many people watch these pursuits as well. You got a pedestrian just walking the dog. Now I got to give it credit. I'm going to get wide one more time. No, I'm not going to lose the car, but you can see the California Highway Patrol. They are actually at that light right there. That one officer nearby, but I believe that they actually were just told also, do not pursue this vehicle. So right now he's actually on the roadway right there. You can see those street names as we're making our way. I guess we're on Boyle, and this is going to be coming up towards County USC. It's also another very busy area out here as this vehicle continues on these tree-lined roads, which is always difficult for any kind of pursuit. But as long as we stay in that Boyle Heights, East LA area, if he stays on the roads, it's going to be harder and harder to keep an eye on him. But coming up to another major right there in a solid red, making a right turn on the left turn lanes. And we're right here by County USC. But again, keeping an eye on it, and that's what they're doing from the air as well. That's what they call it. They say discontinue that pursuit, and that's what that officer did. They backed off, and now this truck driving on the wrong side of the road on a bridge and picking up speed. And this is, and these are the things you're thinking you've got a family member, a friend, somebody just driving along. Maybe it's, clearly not us. We're not on the road, but just driving along, and then you've got this huge pickup truck on the wrong side of the road. Clearly everybody's trying to pay attention, but there's moments where you just don't expect something like that, and you just don't want to see anybody get hurt. Another solid red right there, and this pursuit continues as we're making our way out into the East LA area. Another hard turn. Looks like we're going to be going back underneath the 10 freeway out there, and I hate it when we're not up close to it, but we're going to keep an eye, see if we can figure out where he just went. Yeah. Sorry about that. Everybody's helping me out, and I love the help. I love it. I love it. Anybody that's listening down there, I appreciate it. But he's keeping on down there. And, of course, right now we're in more of an industrial area, which is better, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's safer. Making our way back out onto another major, and it looks like another solid red out there, and you got folks just driving. And then you've got this guy just blowing. Yep, downtown LA. This guy right there, that Mustang, he's got somebody in front of him. And what are we doing here? And so there are two people inside that truck. That's what we were told. Two people inside that truck for sure. And they made his way out back over this way. But again, you can kind of pick it up, bro. We're by Sam's Hofbrau. But right now, you can see this driver basically it is opportunity. That's all he's doing. I don't think this vehicle he doesn't have a plan. Oof. Yeah, and that's the thing. And right now, I'm sure there is other law enforcement. We're definitely in the LAPD area right now, that are probably watching. And they, somebody's got to make a decision. Are we going to try to get involved? Are we going to try to bring this to a stop? Or are we just going to let this guy just kind of run amok out here and hope that nothing happens? It's an interesting. There's so many questions in the dynamics on the decision-making process. Again, it is something that I am not privy to, and I've got to wonder. It's one of these ones where he pulls up underneath. He's keeping on, making that turn right there and back underneath that freeway. So he's going to come out or make a U-turn. I'm going to stay a little wider. Either that or he's taking a moment to kind of decide what's going on. He's got that cover going on, that is for sure. But just kind of waiting, and I'm sure everybody else's eyes are on it as well. What's up? Right now we're hearing that they actually did get out of the vehicle. I'm not sure how they're getting eyes on it down there, but they said that they did. They just left that vehicle, and it's two people got out, one of them wearing a hoodie, which is, but at any rate, they have, I'm trying to see if we can actually see them as well, but apparently two people ditched that vehicle down there, and the vehicle is stopped underneath there, and those two are out of that truck. That is going to be the sheriff's ship that's been over it all the way since the Ontario area. Right now, this is kind of what they hope for, and this is a good outcome. And it also shows you that the officers that are making those calls to pursue and not pursue, they are doing the right thing. Because now that vehicle is stopped, folks are out of that car, so it is not a threat to the public. And again, they might be they say in the wind, but as it would be, that's better than having that guy behind the wheel of that heavy truck and possibly injuring somebody or themselves on the roadway. No, and that's what I keep trying to get a wider shot about. And I think that's also one of the reasons why Jeff is kind of just hanging here. We're not really moving away because there's always that possibility that they run and then they get back into that vehicle and drive off once again. I haven't seen any black and whites make their way to this location. And again, this is Hooper at 17, and so right now it's a wait and see type of game. Yeah. Copy. The female's out and the guy's still in it if you didn't hear it, Jeff. How are they seeing this? But still, I mean, right. That's what I kind of thought. Maybe we should get Gigi on it. I should have said that earlier on, too, when we were on the pursuit. Gigi knows all the officers. I wonder if CBS is still on us. Really? Man, these guys are probably already over at, yeah, I was going to say. I wonder if they're on the yellow. Yeah. That was quick. Hey, good morning. Oh. I was ready to do traffic. Walking on 17th Street. Still on YouTube. Guys and gals, today I got to do a little both. We're actually still doing the morning show. We're going to keep an eye on this. Somebody just texted me and that this person may be walking on 17th Street. And we also heard that it was, just the female got out. The guy might still be inside that truck. What is odd is I'm wondering why they don't have a law enforcement just drive to this location. That helicopter is a resource, and I'm not saying that it's like they're counting every penny down there, but that thing could be doing a lot of other things, and it's besides orbiting this intersection. At any rate, we're going to keep an eye on it along with everybody else. I keep seeing people making their way out from underneath that bridge. But I don't know what these people look like, you know. So keeping an eye on it for sure. But as far as the odds that that truck is going to pop back out and keep on going, stranger things have happened. But I don't think it really is going to right now. So, anyways, we're keeping an eye on. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Either that, or it's just a random. So let me turn on LAPD and see what's going on. We're actually in our helicopter, so I'm going to be able to listen in on that. It's going to be central. Oh, there's the truck. Yeah, we actually see it. There it is. Guy's going to need a tuberculosis shot just by getting out and walking around down there. Did we see the black and white come back out? Or did he? No, it's just a car. I'm just wondering if he pulled up in front of it. I got Central up. I haven't heard boo on there. But you know there's nobody in it, because if there would have been, the truck would have drove off. Suspects GOA. Suspect GOA. Gawa. All right. Well, kids, if you guys want to watch us do traffic and the morning news, we can do that. And if you are listening and you are local, I would venture to say, turn on Channel 11, get some Good Day LA. You got Jen and Mel running the show down there. It's worth a gander, I can tell you that. And you got Samada doing weather today. And we got a lot of newsy goodness for sure. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. Or maybe I'm happy it was. I can't really say. Guys, we're going to move off if that's cool. Is that cool? Nobody's going to be mad? Five minutes. All right, copy all. We'll park here and we'll do 10 freeway for traffic. That's Hooper, by the way, if anybody needs to know. That's Hooper right there. I did 23andMe. Turns out I'm white. I know. It's pretty shocking. Robert, you are my cousin. Regardless. I'm 0.2% Korean, though. Or no, I'm sorry. I think it was 0.02% Korean. Somebody was having some fun somewhere along the way. Robert just told me we were cousins. Really? Hang on. Chris, what are we doing for the map? Yeah, Chris, I don't know. Maybe it's Samata. Jacoby and Myers coming up. Chris, what are we doing for the map? Norwalk? I hope it is. Copy. Traffic! Ah, man. Who did I piss off down there? Whatever I did, I'm sorry. I can't believe we're still on YouTube. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? If we're going to be on YouTube. Oh, I don't have any internet. I know where we are. Yeah, there's no way I can't even join you guys. Freddie, what are we waiting for? Oh, my gosh. All right. Do I?